Why, hello everyone. Let's talk about our 2.3 Code Your Own assignment. In this one, as you know, with Code Your Own, you have some options here. So the video here is just if you really don't want to have to work on this all by yourself, starting from scratch. The video kind of gets you started. I don't know that I'm going to do every single piece of this one, but I am going to get you started. And once you get the hang of it, it's just a repeating of a lot of code, okay? So, based off of the one that I picked. You are always free to choose whichever one of these options you want. So, here's the requirements. You need conditionals that use elif, and, or, else. You need nested conditionals, and you need at least one of the following operators, and, or not, okay? So, your choices are, you can check to see what the weather conditions are like outside to see whether you want to go out. You can tell the user how they should spend the afternoon based on their mood and available time. You can use a combination of the user's birth month and day to find out what their zodiac sign is and then use their birthday to give them a horoscope, or you can choose your own. So let's run solution real quick. So in the solution code, they give you the example of the temperature and going outside. So what's the temperature? I'm going to say 60. It's not raining, sleeting, or snowing, so I'm choosing nothing, which is an N. There are no B's, and so I get the good to go, enjoy your outside. So that is certainly an option. The one I am tackling today, which is the one that I feel is probably the most complex, is the Zodiac horoscope one. So I did start making a video for this, and I paused it and then something happened to it. I don't know what happened. So we're kind of starting over. So what you see here is code that I've already written, and that's okay. I was going to have to clean that video up anyway. So the first thing that I forgot to do that you need to do is put in the title. So I'm going to title this horoscope because that's the one we're working on. And description is use birth, month, and day to determine horoscope output. Okay, so that's that. Now, what I ultimately decided to do here is I decided to start with a print of all the months in order. That way, anyone who wasn't sure how to spell would see that first. And I can scroll over if you want to see them, but it's just a basic, how do you spell the months of the year, okay? And then I had a print for a blank space, just for spacing, to make it look nice. And then for birth month, that's my first variable. So I say birth month equals input. And then I say, what is your birth month? Be sure to capitalize. Now, whether or not they choose to capitalize, that's how we can start getting into the or statement. And I'll show you that in just a minute. So then the next thing we have is we're getting into the ifs for days of birth as well. So our first if, which is one of our main if, is birth month equal March. Notice quotation marks because March is a string. Here's where I can start adding in my or so that I can get my credit. So I can go or birth underscore month equal. And what happens if they forget to capitalize? I can use lowercase March. Or birth underscore month. What if they forget altogether and they try to give me the number of the month March? So January, February, March. So that would be a 3. And it's not an integer there. It's a string, so it needs quotations. So that or statement right there takes care of the criteria of needing an or. Now, so if they say March, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ask them for their birthday. Okay? So birthday is the second variable you're going to deal with in this program. So birthday equals integer. I decided to turn it into an integer so that I could do some greater than, less than work with the numbers. And I'll show you in a minute why. So birthday equals integer, input, what day, whoops, I got a space there. What day were you born? Type the number. And now here's where it matters. So if birthday greater than or equal to the number 21, and you might be going, why did you choose 21 for March? Well, here's why. I just went out on the schminternet, okay, and I started looking up zodiac signs. Notice that the zodiac signs aren't just one per month. Like Aries goes from mid-March to mid-April. But look, it's March 21st to April 19th. Then Taurus is April 20th to May 20th. Gemini is May 21st to June 21st. You starting to see the algorithm? But look at this one. Leo is July 23rd to August 22nd. So they're all kind of around about the 20-ish mark, 20, 21, 22, 23. But look down here for Aquarius. Aquarius is February 18th. So there's really no good way to do a cutoff. At first I kind of started thinking maybe do like the words before or after. But I was still going to end up leaving certain dates behind. So by turning our birthday into an integer, I can now do this. I can now say greater than or equal to whatever number that is for March. I can also choose to do an ELIF birthday less than that number, or quite frankly, I can simply do an else. Okay? Else takes care of anything that is not greater than or equal to 21. All right, now it doesn't help this situation right here. I can also do this. I could go and birthday less than January, February, March. So March has got 31. Less than 32. Because if they say 30 something, then obviously it's a wrong answer. I can totally do that as well. But I'm kind of trusting that they know what day they're born and they know that there's no more than, 30, 31 days in a month. All right. So I'll leave that there. It should be fine. But that's another opportunity for you to use a logic operator to limit the range in that area. Okay. So here's what I did. So I borrowed. So I knew that if they were born in March and they were born on or after the 21st, they were an Aries. So I chose to print you were an Aries. And then I printed a blank. And then I went out here on the internet and I copied information about Aries. I just copied it right here. Okay. I happen to be using USA Today. You use whatever you can get to, whatever you can find. Okay. I do not expect you to have to make up all the answers for these zodiacs. Okay. Go borrow some information from the internet. So I just completely borrowed that paragraph. All right. You don't have to borrow the whole thing. I did because I'm an overachiever, but that's what happened. And that's why this third print line here is so ding dang long. See it? It just goes on forever. Do not forget to put your closing parentheses and quotation marks at the very end of whatever lines you copy paste. Okay. So that took care of if their birthday was in March and after or equal to 21, they're an Aries. If they say something other, then it becomes a Pisces. Okay? And then same thing. See the algorithm? I print you are a Pisces. I printed a blank space, and then I printed the information that I copied from the internet about Pisces. So that's March. Then I went to April. So for April, notice we have our main if here. These are our nested if else. Then this is elif because it's part of our main if statement. So elif birth month equal April. And then right here again I can go or birth underscore month equal April. Or birth underscore month equal 4. Isn't it January, February, March, April? Yeah, it's the 4th month. Okay. So then look, same thing again. See, line 17 is exactly the same as line 30. It is birthday equals integer, input, what day were you born, type the number. Okay, don't forget your double quotation marks there because we did typecast it to an integer. And I don't ever have to typecast it back because I don't ever actually use that number. I'm just using it for math purposes. So for April, the cutoff is the 20th of April. So if they're born on the 20th or later, they're a Taurus. So notice my prints here. Notice my if and how they're lining up. This is another nested if. And I add my information about Taurus. Then I've got an else. And if they are born from the 1st of April to the 19th of April, they are an Aries. And again, I printed you're an Aries, and I printed the information for Aries. Moving on, part of the main if is another elif birth month, May. You're going to have this type of line right here for every month. Okay, 12 of them total, in case you forgot how many months there are in the year. Then there's that birthday question again. Notice it's indented. Okay, so just copy paste that bad boy, make your life easier. So I had to check back here for May. Okay, this is what I'm doing. See where I found it? So if it's May 21st or later, they're a Gemini. And that's what I did. If birthday less than or equal to the 21st, print you're a Gemini. Printed a blank statement just for spacing, and then printed the information that I copied off of the internet about Gemini. Or make up your own horoscope. I'm totally fine with that. And then else takes care of the 1st to the 20th. And if you were born May 1st to the 20th, you're a Taurus. And then I'll give that information. And then we've got our next elif birth month, which is June. And notice I'd already modified that. Or birth month, lowercase June, or birth month equals 6. And then there's our birthday question again. Okay, copy paste. So you write it once. You don't ever have to write it again. You can just copy paste. So for June, the cutoff is the 22nd. So if birthday greater than or equal to the 22nd, they're a Cancer. And copied that information off the internet for Cancer. Else, if they were born the 1st to the 21st, they're a Gemini. And notice this. See, I'd already looked up information for Gemini, right? So I don't have to rewrite all of that. I can copy paste that too. Same thing for Cancer. Looky here. Not yet for Cancer, but you get the idea. See, there's a Taurus and a Taurus. All right? And there was an Aries and an Aries. So a lot of this information, even though it feels like it's a lot, it's not. You write it once and then you copy once. Okay? It makes your life so much easier. So where were we? We were on... Okay, we were here. We're talking about June. Take a look at it. If birthday greater than or equal to 22, else they are a Gemini. Our next elif, all the way over, is birth month July. Added in my or statements to cover any discrepancies in how they spell July. There's that birthday question again. If birthday greater than or equal to the 23rd, which I pulled off the internet as the cutoff, they are a Leo. This is the information I copied from the internet about Leos. Else, if they were born from the 1st to the 22nd of July, they are a Cancer. Here's my next elif birth month, August, and all the modifications for August. Birth month, birthday question again. Cutoff for August is the 23rd. You're going to print you are a Virgo. Else, you are a Leo. Here's our elif birth month for September. Here's our question for birthday again. And if birthday is greater than or equal to the 23rd, you are a Libra. And that's where I screwed up. So now I got to add in my print. And then I'm going to add in my next print, whatever I borrow off the internet for Libras. So let me show you how I did that. Come over here. Find the paragraph. Highlight the paragraph. Control C the paragraph. Bring it over here. Control V as in Victor the paragraph. Got my closing quotation mark and parenthesis at the end so I don't get any errors. And there that is. Next is the else statement to cover 1st to the 22nd. And for that, it is a Virgo. So let me copy this. Control C. Control V. I don't need that final else. Get rid of that. And then when I run it, so let's run September and check the 23rd and all that. Oh, I got some errors. Line 75. What did I not like? Oh, look what I did. I forgot. Double quotation marks right there. Gee whiz. Okay. And then doesn't like 86. So let's check 86. What did I do? Oh, look what I did. I did it again. Double quotation marks. Ladies and gents. Okay. Story of my life. Okay, let's try one more time. Okay, so now let's go September. And I'm going to say 24th. There's the information about Libra. And then I can do it again for September. September is 9, so I put 9 in again this time, and the 12th, and you are a Virgo. Okay, if you don't like how this is all crammed together, we can put another spacer in there, by the way. Okay, so that's how this is set up. All right, it's just a lot of rinse and repeat. So I'll do one last one with you. Elif birth _ month equal October, or birth _ month equal lowercase October, if they forget to capitalize, or birth _ month equal 10, because October is the 10th month. Then we ask the birthday question, copy the birthday question, Control C, Control V, make sure it's lined up with my nested if and else. Then I do my if birthday greater than or equal to. I have to check when the cutoff is. So the cutoff for Scorpio is the 24th. So I come back here, 24 : print. You are a Scorpio. Okay. Then print a blank. And I can even come up here and print a blank too. And then we got to print whatever you copy off the Schminternet. So here's the Scorpio is represented by the scorpion. Woohoo! Paste that in there. Don't forget to quotation parenthesis at the end. And then we take care of the rest of the dates with an else. Else, and if you are not a Scorpio in October, you are a Libra in October. So let me copy this. Control C, Control V, get rid of that last else. And that takes care of October. So you see the algorithm. You see how it's done. You see what the two variables are we're using. I'm not going to do November, December, January, February. November, December, January, February. You can handle this. You can handle this. Go find a website online that tells you what the zodiacs are, that gives you information to help you know when your cutoff dates are. But the algorithm is the same over and over for each month. See that? Okay, you got this. I believe in you.